It's a 4-day trip with the women only, raising money for charity, basically, for RED, which is mother-to-child transmission for HIV. We are about 65 women, driving from London to Paris, Milan, tonight here, and then Monte Carlo tomorrow. Well, they were, you know, from friends of friends to just being introduced to me. Most of them are friends. And it's very important you get the right mix of people, different nationalities, so they can help to, you know, do the brand awareness in those countries. It was great. People have been very excited. You know, it's kind of cool when you see all these cars coming in each city, and so far they've raised a lot of money, and yeah, so it's going good.
We made it.
Julie Brangstrup called and said that she had this idea for over 50 women to drive throughout Europe in hot red cars, and would we be interested? And I shook my head, and then I thought about the picture of this and how much fun and how much awareness, and these women are raising money on crowdrise.com. And I said, let's go for it. And so we drove 12 hours today, so we're a little haggard. It's been a long, long day of driving, but so much fun. RED originated in 2006 by Bono of U2 and Bobby Shriver, and it was in response to a crisis because the AIDS pandemic was ravaging the planet, really the worst health crisis. And the Global Fund was set up, and that was to fight malaria and tuberculosis and AIDS, 3 very preventable diseases. And so lots of countries were giving money, but the private sector, corporations and companies, were not. So they started a brand called RED, and they said, you know, this way, when a youth or a teenager or somebody does something, it shows the corporation that they should give and join on this fight. So Red Rush to Zero is about one United Nations Millennium Development Goal that says right now 1,000 women a day pass HIV to their babies, and in 2015 that can be virtually zero. And we've eliminated it in Europe, and we've eliminated it in the United States and Canada. And so why? Because it's Africa and a geographic place that doesn't have the 40 cents a day that you need for the pills should these women and babies have the AIDS. These girls alone have raised $83,000, and we still have a day left and an auction. So I'm really, really optimistic. But if more people hear about it and go on CrowdRise and just support us, the better.
It's very important. I mean, it's mostly because I grew up with the illness of AIDS. Many of my friends had it. Always living with the fear of maybe getting it. I would love to have a life for my son, so he can, for the rest of his life, enjoy his youth and not be scared all the time.
I can't imagine the heartbreak of a mother passing on such a horrible disease to an innocent life. And if that can actually be prevented, my God, we have to do everything in this world to help it. I could cry just thinking about it.
I'm a mother, and the course we did is to help mothers who are infected with HIV to stop preventing to give it to their unborn baby. So that alone is magnificent. It just generates more publicity to it, so people are more aware of what you're doing. So that's a plus. And I think regardless if you're famous or not, I think it's because what we did is only 40 cents a day. So everybody should do it. It was awesome because it's only women, and we all have to wear something red and have fun, go to great cities, and just have a good time.
We've laughed and laughed and laughed. We've been through religion, spirituality, boyfriends.
So other stuff we can't tell you.
There's nothing like a roadie for good friends.
And it's great to go with a bunch of girls as well. You know, it's like going back to boarding school.
Well, as a mother, I think it's so important to have healthy children. So when my friend asked me, Jodie said, did I want to do this? To drive, fantastic.
I love it.
It's really, really important, you know, to raise money because it can stop the spread of AIDS, you know, and so it's a very important cause. I think it really is.
I've abbiamo anche l'impegno di cene di gala dove la gente delle varie città viene per raccogliere altri fondi, e anche dei dopo cena danzanti nei club dove dobbiamo andare perché è un lavoro che stiamo facendo, quindi faticosissimo, bellissimo, di grande soddisfazione.
Ho accettato molto volentieri, al di là dell'impegno e sicuramente della serietà di questa cosa, ma anche perché mi sembra molto bello per la nostra città, per Milano, che talvolta viene non considerata nei circuiti internazionali di associazioni benefiche che non sono soltanto propriamente italiane.
My hospital is in Africa, and through the Global Fund, Red raises money for the Global Fund, and the Global Fund gives money to us to help these women. And so basically what I do is to let Red know that the work they've done for us, we appreciate it, but to help explain to other people, you know, like these women, that I have benefited from Red, this is what they did, and that Red is not an organization that, you know, sometimes people think that, oh, these NGOs, they take the money and they are funny, they use it. No, but I want them to know that it is credible, it is authentic, the money is used for what it is. Nobody is spending it to buy land cruisers and build houses. No, we use the money, we give the medication to the women and they get babies who are HIV negative.
È una cosa di donne per le donne, perché il fine appunto è quello di far sì che le donne abbiano dei figli, delle donne purtroppo seropositive possono avere invece dei figli sani. Per cui è una cosa che secondo me una donna, una mamma, sente forse di più che la popolazione in generale, e secondo me hanno fatto molto bene ad affidarsi a delle donne e a delle mamme.